Let me ask you a question. You said earlier, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, right? That's what you said. Can you elaborate on that? What did you mean by that?
I mean, I'm doing myself, literally. Like, I'm not dating anyone. I'm not hooking up with anyone. I'm just doing my stuff. I'm focusing on school. I'm fucking focusing on work. That's what I'm doing. I go to festivals. I have fun. Yeah.
Where's that getting you?
I get what?
Where's that getting you?
I thought you were talking about something else.
No, where's that getting you?
I thought she was like, she was like, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and I'm like, I thought you were talking about something.
Getting flown out by guys.
Yeah. I don't give a shit about being flown by nobody. If I can do it myself.
So where's that getting you? Because earlier you said you don't even want kids. So where's all this like partying, etc., getting you?
I mean, partying would be if I were to go out every other weekend, which I don't. I just like going to festivals.
Okay, going back to my question, where's all this
getting you? Where am I getting? I am building a successful career because I work in the real estate field. And then on top of that, I'm also going to school for fashion merchandising. And festivals is something that I would want to work with.
What do you want to achieve? What is your like end goal? Do you want people to respect you? What is it?
I mean, I just want to have a job that I like and that I'm reputable for.
So you want to work? Like, what do you gain out of working though? Guys work for girls.
Yeah, I just like it. I think it's fun.
You gotta understand. You gotta understand. No. There's some type of.
So I was supported by my parents until I was 18, basically until we moved here, which is when I got my first job ever. I didn't even know how to fucking mop the floor. And I learned here. And now it's something that fulfills me. I could never go back to doing nothing the way I did before.
What's your end goal? Like, what do you work for? Like, why do you work? Why aren't you just doing all your hobbies?
Because I like to work.
10 years from now,
I am doing all of my hobbies, though.
Well, basically, what he's asking in the next 10 years, what you're doing now, where is that going to get you?
Yeah, well, that would hopefully get me to where I want to work, which is in the creative side of festivals and like
she's gonna become a high value woman.
Is that your goal?
Yeah.
No,
I think again the math is a little off. I get you're gonna be in a great position and you're gonna be doing some wonderful things, and it's very beautiful. But I think what he was saying, right, is more on a sense of goal orientated, right? Your goal is very limiting as far as like expansion or providing.
Not necessarily, because I could always move on and do different things, which is what I want to do.
Listen, you already know what type of mindset she's on. She literally said she don't want to have kids.
It's a disconnect.
She literally said that's like what most women are going for. She's not looking for that.
But if I were to choose to have kids, I would 100% adopt. Because it's number one.
Nah, it's a unicorn. We got a real unicorn.
That's
a real anomaly.
At least just keep it on her.
It's a bug.
No, but like for real, like if I decide to adopt, it's because I 100% have the means to have a fucking kid, and I can provide for this kid. I can give you a ceiling, fucking food, and education, and everything already adopting by itself.
Father?
Yeah, if I have a partner, yeah, for sure, of course.
Not if, would you?
Oh yeah, I want to have a partner. Yeah,
that's like the ideal. That's your ideal situation.
Now, quick question: are you more committed to having a great career, being a single woman? Is that okay for you, or would you rather be in a relationship long term?
I want to.
What do you prefer? And there's no right or wrong answer.
No, I feel like I would try to balance both because I don't want to be single for the rest of my life. Can we go
back to the adoption part? Because here's the thing: most men don't want to raise other people's kids.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
so like it sounds all beautiful and shit, but like, and I speak for myself, and I would like to think, hopefully, goddamn, I hope I'm speaking for most men when we say we don't want to raise other people's kids, bro.
Yeah.
Why would I want to raise some other person's kid?
Yeah, I understand, but then.
No, you don't understand.
I do.
I think you'll just have to find someone.
But then, yeah, exactly.
That's okay, so by definition, another anomaly. So see, and there you go. By definition, you're gonna have to settle. Whatever guy you choose to be with, you're gonna have to settle.
Then I would be already in a relationship if I was to settle, because it doesn't mean that.
So let me ask you. So you think you're gonna date a guy? And hopefully, bro, you're not out there. Whoever you are, hopefully you're not out there.
I know he is.
Okay, and you're gonna tell this guy, listen, I don't want to have kids with you, but we can adopt.
I have told that before.
But do you understand? Do you understand that most men want to procreate? We want to have we want a legacy. We want to leave something behind in this world, some type of footprint, right?
Okay. And
so you're telling me I'm gonna get someone else's footprint?
But that is your goal. That doesn't necessarily have to be mine.
I'm saying I'm hoping I speak for most men.
That's why you're likely dating Jules, because her goals are aligned with yours.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm just saying. Oh, listen. Like, you might find that guy that wants to adopt with you, but you're gonna have to settle.
Mostly, not necessarily, but mostly, I just want to adopt a kid if I were to have one. It's because they're already here. Like, why would I put myself through all the pregnancy and all that stuff with like maybe having a miscarriage?
Listen, fuck them kids. Like, I don't care about adoption.
I see how like what shitty ass stuff happens to babies. So I would like to give.
You know what? This makes sense. So you want the shitty stuff to happen to someone else's kid, not yours. That makes total sense.
No, I want to give someone the chance to not go through all the shitty stuff. Because, like, being alone...
Well, let's be realistic.
Throughout life...
Most people who are adopted go through more crazy shit than...
Yeah, for sure.
Would you adopt, like, a baby or toddler or, like, a grown...
I probably would do anything, like, 5 and under because there's one, like, personality...
I think her thing is more of a heartfelt,
First of all, you know how hard it is to adopt children? That's number one. To adopt children in the United States, I'm talking back here. Okay. It's very hard to adopt children in the United States. That's number one, and you need to be married for a minimum of 2 years.
What I'm saying is that I will have.
She says she knows, but she doesn't know shit, bro.
No, I said that if I had whenever I have the means, and if I want a child, then I would adopt because I know it is expensive.
I mean, it wouldn't be your choice at that point. If you're married to a guy after 2 years, it's not your option. Again, going back to my point earlier, you want to be in the workforce. You want to just keep rising into your career, correct? So hypergamy is real. Like Eric's saying, you're going to have to settle. And the guy that you have to settle for, you're not going to be attracted. You're not really going to fuck with him. Because if you date up, he's going to have to make over 200K, right? Because I'm guessing you're going to, after all that time, you work in festivals, et cetera, you're going to be making 200K. A guy making over 200K doesn't want a woman like you.
No, I wouldn't mind either if I was to date or marry someone that makes less money than
so
me.
You're settling.
No, I'm just don't give a fuck. If I like that person and it's who I love, then that's who I love. Why is that settling?
Because you're dating down. You're dating down.
No, but that's just your opinion.
I think she's dating to what she likes.
Exactly.
No, you're dating down because
I'm dating.
You can't go. Hold on, look. If you want to go to the trips, you're paying. He's not paying because again, you're dating down. You're paying for the bills.
But if she doesn't,
you're wearing the pants in the relationship.
No, but
you're going to be the leader in the relationship. You're going to be the alpha in the relationship. Girls do not want that.
Listen, I was that and it was bad.
You say that you want that at the beginning, and then once you're in the relationship for 3-4 years, you're like, yo, this nigga's a fucking pussy. He's a bitch. I'm divorcing him. I'm gonna go get with the other nigga that's gonna fuck me, right? Tell me, shut the fuck up and sit down.
Can I ask you something? Why do you argue for things that you don't really want or agree, like? You're arguing for her, but you don't want the same things you're arguing for her.
Because I'm like, I want to put my opinion on there on a podcast.
Okay, but listen. The reason why I'm asking you that is because women give each other the worst fucking advice. Mm-hmm. You're literally telling me you don't want the same thing she's asking for, you don't want. But you're sitting here saying, well, yeah, she could do that. Yeah, yeah, that's a good idea. Listen, why would you?
Doesn't mean we all have to do the same.
But all I'm saying is, if I didn't like crack, right, and my friend was doing crack, I was like, well, yeah, that shit works for you, bro. Go ahead. Like, I would be like, listen, bro, that's just not good. That's not a good look. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying I would be honest to myself and then be honest with my friend.
No.
But what you're doing is you're saying I don't want what she wants, but I'm cool with her having that. It doesn't make sense to me. Like earlier, I asked you, do you want to fuck other men? You said no. So why are you arguing for things that you don't want?
That's a good point. I'm quiet. I stay quiet. You got me there.
Okay, cool.
We gotta put this down in the records. They admitted fault.
No, that's
I admitted, not they.
It just doesn't. I think deep down inside, women are confused, bro. I think women are confused.
But you see, like when you talk about women not understanding men or sitting there and actually shutting the fuck up and listening, like you said. Mm-hmm. But it does happen. It is rare. But like I understood what you were saying, and I stood quiet because you're right.
Yeah, so but you're only like the second, third girl to do that on the whole show. This is episode 171.
I really think that comes from it's like just in general.
Speaking to the mic, bro.
Just in general, women think with emotion.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
they don't have to think logically like most men do.
Which is why I said at the beginning of the show that women typically don't have to understand men, but men have to understand women. Correct. Yeah. That's why I said that, and none of you guys agreed with me.
I did agree. I agreed.
Did she agree with me?
I did. I agreed.
I don't remember.
I didn't say I agree, but I did say something.
Mentally. Where's brother? What are you doing, brother? Hey, why? You're supposed to know that.
Okay, cool. Okay, ladies, you've been quiet over there. What's up?
I don't know, like y'all have been having this whole back and forth, and I'm just like, let me like sit quiet.
Yes,
I feel like Issa already knows what it is.
I do know what it is. I mean, I've been here so many times. I'm just like, let me hear what they gotta say, you know.
So Issa, what would you say to the ladies right here? What would you say to them?
Like about that whole thing. I mean, it's like you do settle at the end of the day. Like let's say you were talking about like, oh, your ideal man, but he doesn't make as much as you would like your ideal man to make, then he's not your ideal man, you know? I don't put amount of money that they would have to make to be my ideal man. I clearly don't want someone that is just sitting in their ass, not doing anything, and like just scratching their fucking balls.
So you have to put a number on it.
Like, no, I just want someone that works as much as me, whether it is you're a bartender or a server, but someone that gets up a fucking bed and works and does something.
So if he makes 20K,
like, I hate someone like
fine, right?
No, I make like I work Monday through Friday, I have office schedule, and people that's just constantly trying to text you and call you because they don't have absolutely fucking nothing else to do. Like, cool, I want to talk to you, but I don't have this whole bunch of time that you clearly do manage. Yeah.
How much money do you make a year, roughly? Just give me a ballpark.
Roughly like 55,000.
55. Okay. So if your man made 30,000, you understand that you would take majority of the bills. Do you understand that you would probably have to pay most of the rent, if not all of the rent, and he would probably get stuck with like maybe utilities? Do you understand the dynamic of the relationship long term? You can say that you can say you don't care.
No, I'm not saying I don't care. Because I said I just don't want someone that's just like sitting in their ass and not doing anything.
This is exactly what you just said. You said, I don't care how much he makes. I just don't want him to be at home not doing anything.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm giving you a scenario.
Yeah, if I had to pay more, then I'll be fine with it. If I'm making more, that should be an issue.
Okay, so
if we like both love each other, if you were sitting in your ass, I would definitely not be paying for anything.
Okay, so hear me out. Okay, so you're in love with this guy. He's in love with you. For the rest of your life, you'll make 55,000. He'll make 30,000. For the rest of your life, you'll have to pay majority of the bills. When you guys go out to eat, you'll have to pay that. Yeah. When you guys go on vacation, you'll have to pay that. Yeah. Hear me out. You said it doesn't matter as long as he's working, which he is, and as long as he's loving, which he is. So you're okay with that. You're okay with that type of relationship.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in that type of relationship?
Yes.
You have.
Yeah.
For how long did that last?
About 9 months a year.
9 months a year. Why aren't you with him anymore?
Well, he moved out of city.
He moved out of the city, so that's the only reason why.
Yeah.
Okay, because I would say that. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I feel like once you do spend like a long time with that person, money does become an issue, and it's so hard and so much pressure on you to have to provide all the time. You won't be taking out on dates. You'll be taking him out on dates.
I feel
you're telling him to sit the fuck down.
I feel that, but I know that I'm not gonna be making $55,000 forever. You know, like
you're missing the point. Yeah, you're missing the point.
No, I understand what she's trying to say.
Here's the point. I'm a mansplainer for you. I'm a mansplainer. Here's a mansplaining part of it. You're gonna have to work overboard, right? You're gonna have to work harder to make sure to pick up his slack. And here's what happens: you're at work all day, you're at work all week. You get home tired, you're exhausted. This guy has a little bit of extra time than you because guess what? He's not working as hard as you, but he is working, which is what you asked for. Yeah. Guess what? You're masculine now, right? You have an attitude now. You guys start arguing now. You're bossing him around. Why didn't you do the dishes? Why didn't you clean? You know, I work all like you see the whole is problems that arise from that type of stuff. This is why women typically should not be out earning men. And you can sit here and be like, "Oh, I wouldn't care. I'll date him for the rest of my life like that." You would care.
I'm not saying it like it's ideal because clearly it's an ideal for anyone. But I like if
take accountability. You're settling. You just said it wouldn't be ideal. It's settling. What I'm saying, holy shit.
What I'm saying is that if I really like this person and I love them and I really want to be with them, then I wouldn't give a shit how much they make as far as they're getting up their ass off bed and working.
I think love isn't enough. like sometimes.
No, yeah, it's fine. That's what I'm saying. Like, get up and work.
Would you rather respect him or love him?
Respect for sure.
Yeah. Would you rather respect him or love him? You can only choose one. Which one do you pick?
Respect.
Bro, I'm surprised.
Andrea, answer.
Respect or love? Respect. Oh, sorry, love. My bad.
So you wouldn't want to respect him? That relationship would never fucking work.
No, what I'm saying, like, respect is something that's like should be like.
Yeah, I just said you have to choose one: respect or love.
Love.
Okay, the relationship would never work.
I wouldn't love someone that I don't respect.
Bro, shut. Bro.
No, that's not true. You can love a dog. You don't necessarily have to respect the dog, right? You can love a baby. You don't necessarily have to respect the baby.
But just because he makes us money.
Hear me out. Well, for men and women, listen.
If you don't respect people, you don't love them.
No, that's not true. Love ends at any moment. Love ends based on off a feeling. You feel some type of way. You feel betrayed. Guess what? There's no love anymore.
Right. Eric may not want to pay rent, but he gotta pay rent.
Yes,
he gotta respect the building.
I respect that. I respect that eviction notice if I don't pay. So listen, like I can love living here, but if I don't respect the rules, it doesn't matter if I love living here. It always comes down to respect for men, and this is why women typically leave before men do, because they're based off love. And as soon as the love ends, the relationship ends.
Wait, so I have a question that I genuinely want to know. Why do men leave women?
Okay, so I'm going to be honest. I've only ever left a woman because I didn't want to cheat on her. And I told her straight up, I'm like, listen, we either have threesomes or I'm going to fuck other girls. And it comes back, and listen, and that was a really long relationship. And it comes back to what we're made for. Mm-hmm. Like I said, and that's just how we're wired. Men are meant, like, we're meant to conquer. We're meant to like sit here and we don't.
You just want to have everything.
We're like, back in the days, we used to go to war and kill each other. Right. We don't do that nowadays. So we're finding ways to conquer. We're trying to be successful in business, whether it be video games.
Why don't you find ways to conquer financially instead of?
But that's what I'm saying.
Sexually.
All of the above. People do all those.
Exactly. People have everything.
So it makes you a true winner.
Listen, but guess what happens when you do all those? The women come too, right? Yeah. So it's like, why should I stop my natural urges because of your feelings, because of how you feel? You can ask my girlfriend. We just fucked the bitch literally recently. Mm-hmm. Look at her. She's laughing. So like, what I was like, why should I stop my urges? Like, I'm providing you. I'm providing for you. I'm protecting you. I'm doing all this good shit, right? You don't have to work. So what you're telling me, I should just, I should stop my urges?
No, but like, you found a woman that is okay with that. You found a woman.
No, she found me.
Well, whatever.
You
guys found each other.
Because here's the thing. Because I think men are the prize. If you're a high value man, you're the prize. By definition, you're the prize because there's not many of you.
Okay.
So like, there's a whole bunch of yous, especially here in Miami. So if I'm a top earner and I have some type of status and I'm doing something, that makes me rare.
Okay.
So therefore, I'm the prize.
All right. So she found you, and y'all agreed to whatever you agreed with. Cool. Yeah. But you think every woman should like think like that?
Listen, here's the thing, right? Let's say we didn't agree on that. Now I'm doing it behind her back. First of all,
why don't you just leave her?
Okay. First of all, like, I don't like lying. I'm really big on honesty. So what I understand is there's also such thing as rare women too. She's that. Like she builds. Like, she's helping me build this whole thing. She cooks, she cleans, she's my peace. I don't ask for financial assistance. I just ask for peace. And that's what she gives me. So I understand too, like, you're like, oh, why can't you just go fuck other girls?
Because you saw her value.
But I know her value.
Okay.
So I said, listen, rather than cheat, we're gonna fuck bitches together. We like to use the word slut out bitches together, right?
Okay.
And then and here's what happens. I'm not cheating on you, right? There's mutual respect. And now you also understand what I'm gonna provide for you. And it's a happy medium because she also likes girls. Right? So she's attracted to girls. So in general too, like, that's just how it works for me. I think all women should be like that. Yo, listen, I have a daughter. I would tell my daughter, if you find a good man, right, make sure you guys have some type of understanding and mutual respect to where if he does step out, at least you know. So it's not lying, which is what he said earlier. And at least the dude's being protective about it.
But okay, it would only be okay if the case were that he was the provider and he was
exactly
that high value man.
It can't be average guy.
It can't just be like the dude from high school.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That they just mad. No,
I see that.
It has to be the right guy. This is why I said earlier, women should invest into the right guy.
Yeah.
And then when you find the right guy, bro, listen, here's the thing, right?
It's a little difficult, but
also
like, to find that person.
Not to cut any of you guys off, but it kind of goes back to what he said with the Kobe Bryant situation. Like, nobody knew Kobe Bryant was going to be what he was going to be when he was like 16 years old. Yeah. So like,
she knew.
Yeah, but she
knew. She knew. Said,
wow. But also, you can't, like, a lot of girls, what they'll do is like, you want, the guy in the NFL right now. Everybody can have him. Like, a lot of, like, what he's saying is, find that guy, basically, build with him, invest, and invest. It's a process, so because that guy is going to become that guy anyway.
Yeah.
And you should just find that guy and invest in him. Because, when he's that guy, you're not going to be able to get him. And guys remember the girls who didn't want to talk to him. Bro. And now Bays are up. They see him in McLaren and now you want to come holler. I'm like, guys, like, don't forget that type of stuff.
You know what guys also remember? Guys also remember the girl that was there. And you know what happened? Here's a funny thing, right? Women will sit here and be like, oh, well, what if I'm with him and then he leaves me when he becomes successful?
He'll come back.
You want to know what happens? Yes, he might leave and fuck those bitches, but there will never be another girl that helped him build the way you did. And that, by definition, makes you rare, too. Like when I left my ex, we were together for 12 years. So when I moved down to Miami, I was like, here's $80K. Thanks for helping me out. I appreciate you. Like, I don't know how many dudes would do that, but I understood if it wasn't for her. Like, at one point in time when I quit my job and I told her, I said, yo, listen, I'm done working for people. I don't want to work for nobody no more. I quit my job. I said, I'm working Uber. Fuck it. I'm working for myself. If I'm a slave for myself, I'm gonna work for myself doing Uber. And she was like scared because I was a breadwinner, but she was like, fuck it. We got enough to hold it down. If I need to, I'll get a job. Cool. That's all I need. Uber was the best thing I did. 12 hours a day, I was making like fucking $300 a night. Well, technically,
but see, you were getting out of bed and working.
Yes,
but you didn't stay there. That's what I'm saying. That you didn't stay there.
But he was building something.
Yes, I was building something.
But like, not necessarily because someone is like making less money or whatever. It doesn't mean they don't want to build anything else. That's my point overall. Because I also wouldn't want anyone that doesn't have any goals if I have goals.
So during COVID, COVID seemed like forever.
Yeah.
Uber was booming.
Right.
Uber was booming, and then people were getting stimulus checks. I was getting tips, all type of crazy shit. I made $159,000 tax free. Well, they tax you at the end of the year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and then my sister does taxes. I found. Allegedly, you know what I mean? So it's like, and then when I moved to Miami, I was like, cool, like I'm not coming down here broke, because this is not a city you want to come down to broke. And then so I had enough to give back, but it was because I understood. I was like, yo, listen, like if it wasn't for you holding it down, I wouldn't have been able to do it. So thank you. So listen, I get the argument where they're like, well, what if I invest into him and he just leaves me? Most men don't leave women, bro. Most men do not leave women. Because we understand how rare it is to get a woman like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We got a super chat coming in right now.